Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chandler here from Trash Party, and we got another episode 3 here of the Trash Party podcast. Things are going to get pretty awful. We were already off to a really bad start in the pre-podcast stages, so it's only going to go even further downhill from here with another awful, smelly episode of the Trash Party podcast. And over the course of this week, I just felt the need to inform you, though, that I did in fact contract syphilis throughout my week of just being totally destroyed by people around me in terms of stupidity and just general lack of knowledge for the world around them. So I have unfortunately contracted that STD. So as we go around the room, we're going to introduce everybody. We're going to get this trashy show on the road.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy here, Tonesus. And I got this really bad drip coming out of my cock, and every time I go to the bathroom, there's this really weird smelling discharge coming out, and that's what I'm doing this week.
Hi, it's Ethan. Actually, around 2 nights ago, I got a vision in one of my dreams from God, and he was telling me to recreate Sandy Hook at elementary school. So I'm debating whether I want to be a messiah or not. So how you doing, Rose?
Well, you skipped over Tyler. But I'm doing pretty well, besides the fact that my pussy has been drier than the Sahara Desert. I've been playing a lot of awful games lately, getting a lot of cancer, and that's been my week.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Tyler here, and I've been playing some RuneScape lately and having fun.
I like getting loud.
I'm just wishing that didn't happen, and while I wish that didn't happen, we're just gonna get right. What games have you guys been playing this week? Tony, what have you been playing? I've been playing a lot of. You've been playing.
Fallout 4, motherfuckers.
I have also been playing Fallout 4.
I've been playing Black Ops for the Wii.
I've been playing a lot of. I've actually been playing Fallout New Vegas a lot the past couple days, because not necessarily just because of Fallout 4's release, and I'm not playing it. I chose to not get the game, but I didn't really want to play the game until I played the others, and I've also been in the mood for some really slow RPGs. So not any diss to New Vegas, but that's just I'm actually saying like that's what I was interested in. So I've been playing New Vegas, and I've been playing Borderlands 2 and Portal 2, and yeah.
I haven't been playing too much because I've been laying on my deathbed for the past few days. But besides that, I came back in playing some Portal 2 with Babe, and playing some fucking Borderlands 2 with the other babe and the fuck face.
Yeah, it's been really great.
Yeah.
We Karen was supposed to be here, and so is Andrew. And I just now realized that we forgot to get a guest on, but who the fuck cares? Karen and Andrew were supposed to be here. Andrew unfortunately had a dress rehearsal / college / work that he has to go to for a play that he's in and for his job and for school. And Karen works today, and she could not make it. But she will be in next week's podcast if all goes as planned. So we're already getting next week's podcast in order.
It won't.
It won't. But every week we'll cock tease you about it, and maybe you'll eventually meet Andrew for the first time, and that'll happen. But it probably won't. So yeah, we have some stuff we want to talk about. This has been a big week, I think. I don't know about bigger than. I think this actually might be the biggest week. I mean, Halo 5 came out, and I was like, okay, as much as I love the series, I don't think it was as big as this week's release. And November's a really hot month for game releases, so it's gonna be like this all month. And obviously, this week we got Fallout 4. Every year, yeah. Obviously, we got Fallout 4 that just came out, and the hype has been real. And some of us here have played it. A lot of us have been watching streams and videos of them. So, what are some of the impressions for those of you guys who played it? What are some of your impressions and what's going on in the game right now? Are you liking it? Like, what's up?
Ethan, go first.
I've
I'm gonna
put
take 9 years.
about 10 hours into it so far, and there's actually not been a single part that I haven't enjoyed, and that's not even me dick riding it. I legitimately have not had no fun this entire time.
If you weren't a fan of Fallout 3, this game's very Fallout 3-ish with the story and like the combat. It goes back to the action more than just slow walking and talking and making important decisions. It goes back to lots of shooting, really fast-paced combat, surprisingly. And it's
the combat
actually
very fast-paced.
Combat's very fast-paced. Raiders are smart this time around. Raiders went from just being dumb and running towards you and all that, and groups. Most Raider groups have giant compounds now that have turrets, that have spotlights, they have patrols. They're really set up now. They've evolved from the later games. They're actually like a formidable enemy now. You don't come by Raiders now and think they're jokes. They're really, really gonna tear it up for you, and they're gonna spend most of your early game fighting Raiders.
In terms of like, are there any? I mean, I'm honestly curious for someone who's been playing. I mean, I've played Fallout 3 and I'm playing New Vegas right now. Are there new features or new exciting things going on with the changes to game mechanics or anything like that that really switch things up and will make people who, even though maybe even fans of the series, surprised to see?
Well, the fans of the series are really gonna. Throughout the entire series, like starting with even the first games through to 3 in New Vegas, trademark of the series has been the infamous power armor, and they have completely revamped power armor. It no longer acts as a normal outfit. It now acts as a vehicle, which needs to be powered by fuel, and you need to repair and keep up the individual parts. So although that may seem unappealing, it basically turns you into a walking fortress. You can survive any fall. I've literally jumped out of the Brotherhood airship in power armor and took no damage upon landing. You can pretty much just run through things. Things will topple over when you run through them. Your carry weight's drastically increased, and you gain a little few extra perks like the jetpacks that we saw in the E3 gameplay and whatnot.
You also can have the option to play The Sims now while you're playing Fallout. You all have towns and houses you can take care of, and it's like playing The Sims. You play Fallout Sims. It's really good. I haven't come by any major glitches with it, and I'm excited to see what people build on it, because like you have totally avoid that part of the game. I'm pretty sure right now you can actually avoid a lot of the things they add and just play like a first-person shooter, go through the campaign and stop playing, which I don't think anyone should do, because the map's not humongous, but it's big enough, and there's like you don't go very long without coming by something to do, which I'd rather have than a big map with nothing on it. Because if anyone played a Mabinogi, you understand how much nothing is on the map.
I mean that goes that rings true for like I know in my opinion I feel like Fallout 3 kind of and and even Skyrim in some respects that there's a lot of areas. I mean, you were talking about it earlier in the week. There's a lot of areas in those games where it's just mountains that you can't traverse, and just ground that is on. It's like in the map, but it's like it's just dead area. Like there's nothing you can really do, and it just fills up space.
It's pretty honest about how big the map is, but Fallout New Vegas really pulls the big map at like inaccessible mountain thing. That really pissed me off in that game. Because it's a slow game to start out with, like, and I don't like. You really don't have that much place to explore in New Vegas.
Well, when I mentioned Fallout 3 as an example, I was mainly more leaning on the era of like, it's just it's not as populated with things. It's a lot of like just open area that you really don't do anything.
Map size was really dishonest. The map looked really big, and you actually could probably travel around 2/3 of it because of inaccessible mountains and crap. And that's really cheap, because I think I saw articles about the Fallout 4 map coming out, and they were just showing the Fallout 3 map and complaining about being small for some reason. I saw a few of those. Actually, just one. There's that one that Steven was on, and that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because you didn't realize that was a Fallout 3 map the whole time.
Yeah, there's a lot of like I felt like before this game came out there was a lot of things that people were saying that were just they were just looking for a reason, just that kind
To
of thing
complain.
again. And it's just I don't know. And the whole map being a small
Yeah.
thing, my take on it is what you said, Tony. I'd rather have a smaller map that's way more populated, way more filled with things to do than a large map that I have to walk across that
Yeah.
there's not shit
And
to
even
do.
then, with the small map, you get a lot of places to build on. You get a lot of settlements to work around and synchronize. Like, you can build, like, you actually make a huge difference on the map this game. Like, I'm building shacks and stuff to hold generators and hold supplies, and, like, I'm making farms, I'm making water purifying things. Like, I'm making a little settlement, like, you're the mayor of all these places. It's really cool. Fallout 4 is a lot more interactive than the last ones. This one really wants you to, like, care about the world. And I usually play like an asshole. I usually kill everyone and shit. But this game made me not want to, because the characters are actually really cool and I don't want to kill them. There's actually a lot of good characters in this game.
And I love that they did VO for the main characters. Like, that's so
yeah.
cool.
The VO doesn't get old.
Yeah, exactly. You would think that having the VO would almost make you feel like you weren't that character. I know that's kind of a problem with for some people, is like they like feeling like they are that character, which is why they're usually stoic. But I think that it just lends itself to developing a real character. I mean, they tried to develop a character in like New Vegas and stuff, and in 3, like there was a development of your character. It wasn't like you could make up stuff, like a backstory for that person that you were playing. It's like there was a clear story for that person, so why not do voice acting for them?
There wasn't actually, like, there was what you do after Benny shoots you in the head in New Vegas, but before that, they tried with the Lonesome Road, but that is one of, like, the biggest controversies ever over what your character, like, in Fallout 3, it showed you how you were born, it showed your origins, but in New Vegas, it doesn't show you your origins. Lonesome Road doesn't really give enough to justify where your character came from.
Well,
so
I think that's
still wondering what the courier actually was.
I think that's the point of New Vegas, was to have you in the. I honestly love the feeling of being in the dark about who I am and discovering it as I go. Like, that's been really cool to me, to be told things by people and be like, oh wait, I'm that, like I'm that guy, and like, what did I do? Why are things like this for me? Why do people react to me like this when they hear my name and see me and stuff like that? Why are people surprised? And I remember talking to someone in Prim, and he was talking about some guy that saw my name on the list of the other couriers, and he was like, no, fuck that, and he dipped out because he saw my name. And that was just really intriguing to me, that they're implying that things happened before this game picked up and before you picked up the controller or the keyboard, and there's just other stuff. And the Lonesome Road and the Divide and stuff like that are just, I think, additions to that. But there's a ton of implications to like what you were before that makes it interesting. Like, I don't really like in Fallout 3 that they just kind of spell it out. It's like, where's your dad? Like, New Vegas is a lot more intriguing because there's a mystery to it. So I kind of enjoy that. But at the same time, I think it's cool in Fallout 4 what they're doing with the main character a lot.
I agree with that, and like, I do understand the gripe where you want to be your own character, like the prison thing in the Elder Scrolls games, or like you knew why you went to prison, you made it up for yourself, like you want a fleshed out character, you did it for yourself. But honestly, from the past 2 Fallout games, Fallout 4, you get a much more defined character. Like, you actually get a backstory that's not, it's solid enough for you to understand, like why you're such a, like, you're so good with guns right off the bat. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that usually kills it for me for a few seconds. Like, why would I be walking to the wasteland and all of a sudden be a one-gunner, like, elite? Like, I can shoot people from miles away. I can sprint all day. Like, but like Fallout 4, you get a backstory in the beginning, that a voiceover of your own character, which is really great. It was a really good cutscene. I'm pretty sure it was live action with some CGI, and that's made it really cool. I liked having that more than just having nothing. I liked having a preset character, kind of like a character background. You had a wife, or you had a husband, and you had a kid. And I think, I don't know, it didn't say, but I think you served with I think you were in Anchorage. I think they went, because I saw, it was a lot of pictures of Anchorage in the saying it showed you
It's
running in the snow. So I'm
wide, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain though you were in Anchorage. I mean, it's the most memorable battle of pre-war in the whole series. Anchorage is always the one they talk about and reference a lot, especially in
Plus, your
3 because
character. Plus, when you get into the power armor suit, when you're helping the people in Concord,
yeah, you all
your
of a sudden
character
know how to use power armor.
Yeah, he automatically knows
Yeah.
power armor training.
He already has power armor training and stuff like that. Let you know who he was before. And I like that. It's kind of like New Vegas, except you don't really need to dig for the clues. You just get them.
Right. Yeah, I
prefer
like that a lot. That's been really intriguing. But I think it's cool. I mean, it's kind of like what Call of Duty did, with Black Ops 1. It was like, oh, now you have a personality. And in my opinion, I was just playing Black Ops 1 for Rose last weekend, and then playing through it a little myself again, because it's honest, in my opinion, the best Call of Duty campaign. And I think that a lot of that comes from how much time and attention they put into developing characters. And even the main character is an intriguing character enough that they did voice acting for them and really tried to have things make sense in this grand scheme of things and all that. And I think that for a lot of situations, having voice acting for the main character, sure, it might ruin that RPing kind of, makeup. Why is this like this kind of story thing for yourself as a player? But it lends itself to having a lot more wiggle room for like story in general for the project and for the game or whatever it may be, because you have this kind of roadmap of what this character is and what they would say and
It
gives
depends on the
personality.
game. Honestly, I feel like Mass Effect honestly could have gone without Shepard talking at all throughout the entire thing, because you build your own character pretty much and build up their personality and where they were from and everything. So I honestly don't think there's any point.
No, you get to choose where they're from.
Yeah, you get to choose their backstory. You get to choose their you get to choose their
Exactly.
yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. So you pick everything. So what is the point of? Actually, no, never mind. That's stupid. No, I'm wrong. I just made it really incorrect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that's the whole point.
There's no point for them to not have a voice actor, because they're fucking communicating with the other characters. What are they gonna do? Move their mouths and have nothing come out?
In my opinion, it's more immersion breaking to have a stoic character that never replies to anything, because it's just like, are you serious? Really? I mean, we've seen it enough. Gordon Freeman, okay. Shell, okay. Master Chief, awesome. We've had enough. Samus Aran, even, we've had enough of stoic characters that don't respond in situations to people that are talking to them in conversation. It's just weird. I don't like it. It kills it for me. Because I wouldn't do that. You're being a dick. Yeah, in Borderlands.
Well, I noticed that, Oh, never mind. I got the joke.
But yeah,
I was actually falling asleep because I had my microphone muted. And I heard the conversation, and I thought I could actually talk in because I'm not into Fallout. So
yeah.
Then I found a point that I could slide my opinions in, and I'm just so not even conscious right now.
Yeah, I admit I'm not really as heavy into the series as Tony or Ethan are, but I mean, I still appreciate the series for what it is. I enjoy the Elder Scrolls series, and that was what I was initially introduced to in terms of Bethesda. And I've been playing. I bought Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 when they were on sale, and I've been playing them here and there. And I respect them as games, and I respect it as a franchise, and I enjoy. Most of the time that I spend on them, I've been really enjoying Fallout New Vegas, honestly, right now, and I plan on finishing it. But in terms of what I've seen of Fallout 4, I'm honestly really optimistic and really excited. I do actually want to play it. The more I watch, the more I want to play it. I wasn't really that hyped for it in the beginning because I'm not really like that. But the more I see of it, the more I actually want to play it, because it seems really fun and action-packed. And a lot of stuff to do, and just a really good RPG. I think that's what it comes down to. It does RPG, it does it well, and there's nothing that much more to say. Like, it just seems like a really good RPG, honestly.
It
But
is.
now, what about release bugs?
There's a trade-off.
Has anyone seen any release bugs?
Oh,
Like, I mean, because Bethesda
Any
games, as we know, are very notorious for having tons of glitches and bugs upon release. It happens all the time. So I'm curious. I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet. Don't get me wrong. Like, I just want to know if you guys personally have seen anything and experienced anything.
ooh.
I actually did want to talk about this because although it is a Bethesda game and it's fresh out and it hasn't had any patches yet, I have only seen like 3 glitches, none of which were game breaking at all. At one point, the camera was positioned wrong during dialogue and it clipped through someone's head for a second.
I had that. It was funny.
Yeah, I saw a dog slide around the ground instead of actually running, and Deathclaw got stuck in a walkway for me. It let me cheese it, but it's for the best because there was no way I was gonna kill or get away from that thing.
I feel like those are kind of breaking, though. I feel like those are kind of game breaking in a sense because it's gonna de-immerse you. It's gonna take you out of the experience, and in that case with the Deathclaw, it pretty much makes it so that you can't. You're missing out on a piece of combat. Like, you're missing out on an encounter because of a glitch. I feel like that really gets into the territory of a huge problem.
I'm missing out on something hindering my time because at this point in the game, okay, not only are Deathclaws like revamped for gameplay, literally this one just threw a car at me. It threw a car at me. I can't deal with this. They're too strong. But like, I'll be able to fight them eventually. But at this point, I cannot face them.
Follow full combat, besides it being fun, it's surprising. They really umps the combat. Like, it's difficult, actually. The combat in this game is hard. You get shot, you can't just tank bullets. Even if you build tanky, even if you're in a power armor, you really still can't tank bullets. You get shot, you get hit really bad. You're probably gonna die. Like, there's no option to not take cover. And, like, it's really bad. Like, and Deathclaws, like, everybody saw the trailer. You're fighting the Deathclaw in the power armor. I did that segment in game. It still took me like 2 tries. Like, that Deathclaw is really hard.
Yeah, I'm going through this place where there's so much radiation that I pretty much have to wear this hazmat suit that has no armor, and it's wide open, and there's nowhere I can stand on to like avoid the Deathclaws. So if I see one, I'm pretty much done. Like, that's game for me. I have to reload an old save.
Yeah, this game's really hard. They the difficulty. It's not that unfair, but it's difficult enough. There's a lot of unfair difficulty going on in the other 2 at some points.
I just think it's
I haven't
interesting that you guys haven't experienced that many bugs and glitches and stuff, because I've actually seen on the internet so many. Like, and the
Well,
opinion.
that's the only thing people are looking for, you know?
Well, but the opinion of, according to multiple news sites, or sources, I should say, have been like, it's really buggy and glitchy, characteristic to a Bethesda release. And so it's odd to me that you guys haven't experienced that as much, and you don't agree with
I
that.
have 7 hours in.
I feel like people are more excited about the fact that the characters could say your name more than the fact that like the game actually came out.
I love that so much. Like, and you, like, I mean, some characters will say your name, especially the robot, Godfrey, but because I haven't came by too many other characters saying my name, I swear to God, I heard a bandit say Tony's dead when I snuck around after they shot at me and hid behind a wall for a really long time. I swear I heard someone say, go, haha, Tony's dead. But
I mean, in the year 2015, with next generation release, like Fallout 4, new installment in this franchise, I think it wouldn't be that crazy to have expectations high enough that a character said your name that you put in when you started the game. Like, I would hope, and it's not saying your name's generic, but I mean, your name is Tony. Like, that isn't some crazy thing. So, I mean, I think that would be really, I hope that's true, because I think we're at that point now. And
another thing about name saying, you say a lot of other, like, almost every NPC I came by that you come back to talk to, you say their name. Like, there's a girl named Piper. My guy will go, hey, Piper. You know, it's really cool. Like if you talk to an officer, he says, excuse me, officer. Like, stuff like that. You initiate conversations saying their name, and it's really great.
That's really cool.
And glitches, Didn't come by too many glitches. I got flung into the air once and went from like Sanctuary to the dam, but that wasn't too bad. Like, I mean, it's not game breaking. I just reloaded my save, you know. I haven't came by a glitch that impedes my progress. The classic progress impeding glitches that you get in Bethesda games, I haven't came by any yet.
I've heard of one with an elevator, and it corrupted this. Like, it completely broke the save, and the person had to restart. That I heard of that one, just one though. So,
I mean,
you know,
we should be talking about Black Ops 3 glitches.
I mean, there was
actually.
that one from Metal Gear Solid, the 5, where if you took a certain companion on this one mission, it would just break your save. Like, I don't know, like, it's just like, sorry, wrong guy. Like, that's really bad. But, you know, just don't bring that guy anywhere. But it got patched, so that got patched at least.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a patch.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a few days. I'm waiting for some patches.
I don't know if they'll be that quick, man. You know, Bethesda is also not that quick for patching. So, you know.
Yeah, they are.
Actually, they're probably working on the workshop before anything else.
Oh yeah, there's so much we need to talk about. I don't want to touch it yet. I don't want to touch it. I mean, do you want to? I don't know.
Workshop? I mean, like, they're not gonna be paid mods anymore, so I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
Bethesda sponsor us.
I feel like Bethesda might have. I'm not saying yes or no, but as some of you might know, there is going to be mod support now for Fallout 4, like out of the box. It's not just going to be go on Steamworks.
Oh yeah, they
And
do that for every Fallout game. They release the GEC for every Fallout game, and they make you mod making tools. They call it the GEC.
no, but they have a whole. They're going to be hosting the mods on this. It's like Bethesda. Some fucking thing that they're
Oh
doing.
no.
And they're going to be
no.
hosting the mods, and you're going to be able to download the mods like from the game, and it'll be like, do you want this mod? Yep, now it's installed. And it cuts out the middleman of Steam and or Nexus mods, depending on your poison that you like. I think that this is a step in the right direction, and also probably a response to the whole Steam monetizing the mods before. I don't think Bethesda really enjoyed that move that much. I don't even know if they had a say in it. So that being said, Bethesda might.
They really don't.
Bethesda might be setting up. I'm not saying they are, and I don't think they do this, but maybe they're setting up to do paid mods on their own platform and try to do it their way. That'll be better than how Steam tried to do it. Or they're just protecting the people that are playing their game, making mods for it, and they want to create a safe space that someone can't just come in and try to pull that shit again. Because that was kind of not okay, and maybe that's their answer to that problem for their players, to make them know that, hey, it won't happen again. Come do the mods on our stuff, and you're cool with us. Like, we won't do that shit to you guys. So I think that it's a step in the right
Either way,
direction for
I
the
wouldn't
PC
mind.
scene for sure. Because the whole middleman thing has never worked. Like, it's never been great. There's always a better way. It always feels like weird and clunky and slow. And if developers actually start taking the time to integrate mod support right out of the box, it's going to make things so much smoother, so much better, and they just need to accept that people are going to mod their games and support it full on, like Bethesda. And Treyarch is doing, because Treyarch, believe it or not, is also supporting mods out of the box
Ooh.
for Black Ops 3, which is crazy. This is like the first time that a Call of Duty title is outwardly expressing that they want mods for, and having the devs support that. And Treyarch has always been a leader with things like this. They were a leader for, the arena style league play mode for the competitive scene, seeing it was on a rise, and now they're going to, be the first ones in the franchise to have open mod support. So I think that Treyarch once again is just making a lot of strides with this new COD title, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future. And I honestly can't wait to play the game. And I really want to. I wasn't that big of a fan of Advanced Warfare, but I really am planning on picking up Black Ops 3 because it looks really good. And I'm excited for the mod support and stuff. I can't wait to see what that might be like. That's going to be some really interesting. I mean, COD 4 is still being played.
Oh no, COD 4.
Because of mods. Like, if you are on COD 4, you're playing mods. Like, there's no other, there's not people playing vanilla COD anymore. COD 4 on the PC. It's just Mods. And the mods are great. They're really well made, honestly.
So good. The Star Wars one?
Yeah, the Star Wars one, yeah. And there's like there's zombies in COD 4, and Pro Mod was like the beginning for esports Call of Duty. That's where it all started, pretty much.
Mods for zombies.
Yeah, and World at War was also, but that was all like, I mean, it wasn't supported by the developers, but World at War was a heavily modded game for some reason. I don't really know why. Maybe it's because it was the first game with zombies in it.
It was just zombies.
Yeah, I think that's what I think that's what ended up being the case. But either way, I like it. Yeah, Halo Reach is being heavily modded right now too.
Halo Reach mods are getting out of hand
They
in the good
are.
way. Like,
you could just spawn the Pillar of Autumn
Gouda
now.
from Nightfall.
Yeah.
In Firefight. Those are Firefight game mode. It's just the Goudas from Nightfall. So many of them.
Yeah, it's really cool. They're called Quitas, by the way. But Gouda is a cheese, isn't it? Is Gouda a cheese?
Gouda is a cheese,
Yeah.
and it's also.
So you can just
I guess
spawn
it's a nickname for. I guess they call it a Gouda.
You can just
like locally or
you can just
something.
spawn in cheese in Firefight. So if you guys want to fight cheese in Firefight, go hop on, boot up your 360. You probably sold for money to get a next gen platform.
And there's a really good mod for Halo 4 that takes out the QTEs at the end, all the QTEs instead of fighting the boss. That's a joke. That mod hasn't came out. It's not going to come out. The ending's still bad.
343 came out of the mod, but they took all the fun out of Halo 4 actually, and they installed it on launch, and they made it it affect the whole platform. But anyway.
Oh yeah, and Halo 5 released the 4-hour campaign mod.
Yeah, 4-hour campaign for Halo 5. Did we talk about that last week? Because I feel like the short campaign was something that we didn't necessarily. Yeah, the campaign played casually by the Angry Joe was completed in 4 hours and 30 minutes, and the Angry Joe not the best at Halo. So now I've seen reason for that. The reason is because the game operates on this kind of like 4-man drop in drop out co-op kind of thing with like you always have these AI teammates with you, and that lends itself to, because you always have teammates, even in single player, you still end up completing the game really fast because they also are killing things and you're not alone and there's extra firepower and things like that. And that makes a lot of sense that would make the game go faster. But even on the higher difficulties, the game is not much longer. Like, even with dying and stuff, it's not much longer because you can also get revived on higher difficulties.
Yeah.
Like, you can just get revived. Like, and I feel like it's just really butchered the campaign, and it's also butchered the story of it. We saw in the trailers it was going to be Lock and Chief head to head, fisticuffs. That does not happen at all. That doesn't happen. They get, spoiler alert, guys, which watch it on YouTube because it's not actually worth the money, because the only thing that happens is they punch each other a couple of times in the face. That's it. That's all that happens. They never shoot at each other. They never like fight head to head. There's never a boss battle or anything. They just punch each other in a cutscene a couple times, and that's it. Once. One encounter where they get aggressive with each other, and that's it. That is not even close to what the trailers alluded to, what the marketing alluded to, and I feel like, honestly...
One of the trailers never been right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, but this just seemed wrong. Like, it's not as if, it's E3 and they announced a game that's coming out 5 years from now and they have some CGI trailer with like really glorious looking like action sequences, and you're like, why wasn't the game like that? But it's like, they had trailers a month before release that were like, Lock and Chief, we're gonna fight, look at all these fights, and then they don't do it. And it's like, are you serious? Like,
it's kind of like boobs in the thumbnail. I mean, like, there's no boobs in the actual video, and you guys know that. Like,
but I know every time I'm sad because there isn't boobs in the video. That happens to me a lot. So, guys, when you see our videos with boobs in the thumbnail, there are boobs in the videos.
There are.
We aren't lying.
Yeah, Rose's boobs will be in the thumbnail.
Right, Rose?
Sure. Alright, she's asleep.
We lost her.
But yeah.
Rose isn't
Well,
asleep
my
till
mouse
she-
just stopped working, and I was trying to unmute my mic. But I'm sorry, I can't even talk.
Okay, good.
Rose has pneumonia. She has cancer.
She has bronchitis, not pneumonia. They thought she had pneumonia, but she actually has bronchitis, which is not better.
Rose has
not really
mono.
an improvement. They also said
I have mono, I have syphilis, I have AIDS, I have herpes, I have fucking chlamydia.
The chlamydia is my fault.
Yeah, sorry.
I know.
It's really hot in my
Sorry
room.
about
Wow. So we do have some upcoming videos and projects that we've all been working on. And obviously, because Fallout 4 is out, Ethan's been capping his entire playthrough so far. Tony's capping some exciting...
Most of it.
Yeah. Tony's been capping a lot of his exciting parts of Fallout 4. We might be live streaming Fallout 4. Andrew might be doing that. And we might do a review of Fallout 4 as well. And then I'm still editing the No More Room in Hell video. I haven't got my Sony Vegas fixed, but I do have all of the footage finished. Like, all of the footage that I had edited, I rendered out so that I can edit it in a new program that I have. And so I'm going to be trying to finish up that video, but it's been a hard video to work on because of all the difficulties and just what goes into making that video. But me and Rose also recorded a Portal 2 co-op Let's Play kind of thing yesterday night, and that was really fun. So that'll be out hopefully soon, actually. That'll be out relatively quickly because there's not a lot we have to do to that.
I don't think the Heroes of the Storm video will be coming out, though, probably ever. We'll probably re-record, do a whole different video, but the files got fucked.
Yeah, you guys should download Heroes of the Storm. We
definitely.
should all hop on and just really kill ourselves.
I love Heroes of the Storm. It's my favorite game.
The Heroes of the Storm video got corrupted. I don't know why. These technical difficulties have been so bad lately. Like, I don't know. It's just bad. But
That's why Andrew wasn't.
yeah, the
streaming
technical
when he
difficulties,
said he
like,
was either.
my Sony Vegas stopped working. Rose got bronchitis. Tyler's computer broke and he had to send it away to get repaired. Andrew couldn't stream because of downloading Fallout 4, like, became way worse all of a sudden as soon as the game actually went live at midnight.
Yeah, I had problems with it.
Yeah, like, everybody had problems. The Heroes of the Storm, all of the Heroes of the Storm video files got corrupted for no discernible reason. I've been using these programs forever, and all the settings were right, and they just got randomly corrupted for no apparent reason. So,
Hey, Chandler.
what?
Speaking of corrupted files, my last gameplay recorded for Fallout 4 that was like 3 hours long got corrupted and I have to fix it.
How do you know?
Yeah.
How did you
What?
know? Like, what did it say when it came?
When I reopened it, I had to sign out of my computer because Fallout 4 crashed when I walked through a doorway, which is that wasn't fun. But then I reopened Bandicam to keep recording, and it said the last file has been corrupted. Repair now, and now I'm repairing it.
Oh yeah, it's because you shut your computer down while the recording was still going. So that's pretty bad. Don't do that. But anyway, yeah. So we've just been having a lot of technical difficulties. It's been hard. It's honestly been really. I've never experienced this many hindrances and obstacles in a really long time of making videos or anything, and it's just been really crazy. There's some curse on us or something. No, not the program we're using, but maybe it is.
Curse is a curse.
Curse is a curse. We found out.
I felt bad because I laughed at his joke.
No, it wasn't meant to be funny, man. I wasn't trying to get laughs, but yeah, something's just we need to return the slab or something. Like, something needs to change. These technical difficulties have to stop. So if any of you guys know where the slab is, we got to return the slab. So mail us the slab. We'll put our PO box in the description. But anyway, yeah. But
Sponsor us.
PO box. Sponsor us, please. PO box, please sponsor us. FedEx, sponsor us. But in terms of upcoming projects, we also might be doing a challenge series where we challenge each other in really awful and unfair ways to do awful and unfair challenges throughout the week and stuff like that. We think that'll be a really funny series. I think a lot of us are interested in doing that. It sounds like it's going to be terrible, which is why we're interested in it. We also are planning on doing a Borderlands 2 group gameplay through Let's Play-ish thing. We're going to put our own spin on it. And Tyler's going to be playing RuneScape. Unfortunately. And, yeah. But, why is it that Now, we were talking earlier about the bugs. Ethan was just talking about he got a bug in Fallout 4. It literally made the game crash just now. So that's a problem. So why is it acceptable? And this has been something that's honestly been bugging me. I need to stop. Like, this was too many puns for this podcast. There's an overload. We got to stop. We got to cut down. But why is it acceptable for Bethesda? Like, when this game was coming out, everyone was like, oh, this game is going to be really buggy and glitchy. It's a Bethesda game. It's going to be coming out, and they're always really buggy and glitchy when they first release. But then Black Ops 3 comes out, and on the PC only, the single player campaign is buggy. It's buggy, okay. So why is the reaction for the Fallout people and the rest of the community, the gaming community, to be, oh, it's okay for Fallout 4 to be buggy on release because that's characteristic to that company, which is worse, but Black Ops 3's single player on one platform is buggy, and everyone's like, wow, come on, Treyarch, like, COD sucks so bad, this is such a joke, I paid $60 for this, and it's like, are you serious? Why is one more acceptable? I don't understand.
Well, first of all, it depends on the expectations. People don't maybe aren't expecting bugs. Just like a kid who gets straight A's their entire lives, if they come home with like an F, they're like, someone's gonna be like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? But if you get F's your entire life and then you come home with an A, people are gonna be like, whoa, you did it, whoa! But and it also has to do, like, if Fallout 4 is that good, bugs don't matter. Like, if the game is that good and have a few bugs that don't really break your immersion or maybe do just a little bit, like, no one's gonna have a cow over it.
Yeah, but you just heard that Ethan's, he had to restart his computer because Fallout 4 crashed when he walked through a doorway. And in Black Ops 3, the worst thing that happens is, like, textures don't render in, or some people are floating, like character models float or something. And that's the extent of it. But for some reason, it's like...
Well, Ethan's computer's kind of shit. Oh, no, never mind. Ethan got a new computer, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, I did.
Oh, see, never mind.
So these are running on high-end PCs. Like, it's not the platform. It's not any... It happens on console. Even worse on console, actually. And PC, no matter how high-end your PC is and stuff. Like, these things are happening. And in my opinion, they're way more game-breaking than Black Ops 3.
Like, people are just fucking stupid. Like, every game community has its retards. I'm sure there are people who notice the flaws and they're like, yeah, this is a flaw, it should be fixed. There's that, and then there's people who are like, oh, Fallout 4, and like, that's it. No matter what, like, there are people who are so set on the game being good that even if it is bad, they're still gonna think it's good. And there are people who are normal and they're like, yeah, this is a pretty good game, but it has a few bugs, and that's not really acceptable. That should have been fixed.
Yeah, no, Fallout 4 is fucking garbage.
Yeah, Fallout 4 fucking sucks.
Yeah, we
I'm
hate
installing
Fallout 4
it right
here.
now,
We're all
I
actually.
literally
installing.
paid $60 for a turd.
I think that the expectations thing is really solid, but I just don't understand, the gaming community, I hate saying it, just sounds stupid to say that, but the gaming community just seems so...
Down syndrome.
No, it's just that, they'll say that they don't like microtransactions in new games. They'll say they don't like games being broken on release. But then they pick and choose the battles they want to fight, and they're like, oh, well, Bethesda's new game is buggy, whatever, we're not going to complain about that much. It's funny, let's make montages of it, but let's complain about Assassin's Creed Unity and everything else, but let's give this game a free ride, or this other game a free ride, because whatever biases we have. And at the end of the day, we should, unfortunately, be openly flaming Bethesda. Like, we should be telling them, hey, this isn't okay, this is pissing us off, oh, we paid $60 for this. Not that the game is bad, but it's 2015, we're running on higher-end PCs, we're running on next-generation consoles, new hardware, better hardware, and the technology's progressed, and why are we expecting the same quality of bugs and polish on this new title than the last ones? It's the same amount of polish and bugs. Like, we're seeing this at not any form of incline in terms of polish or bug squashing on their part at all. And it's just, the fact that people see it and they're accepting of it and they expected it to be like this is so bad that people are so complacent to it, even for one company, because it makes that one company think, hey, it's okay, just like they thought, hey, it's okay, Skyrim was buggy, and people were making jokes about getting flung up to the stratosphere by a troll, like they thought, or a giant, they thought that was hilarious.
That was funny.
I mean, it was
That
funny,
was
but it
funny.
was like, that shouldn't happen. Like, it shouldn't break the physics the way you made the game. And so, you know, that kind of mindset, even with this one game, and there's other games that people do it with, but this one mindset hurts the end result, because now we see Fallout 4, they're the same, you know, there's kind of a similar thing going on, because Bethesda, I feel, doesn't feel pressured to be squashing bugs and to polish, because they're like, oh, well, the community thinks it's funny when our shit is broken. Like, it's fine if your game crashes and you lose 6 hours of
But the
progress.
thing is, I didn't experience any horrible glitches or anything game breaking. Like, I'm not experiencing any. It's actually a drastic improvement from the past two. People who complain about glitches in this game are people who haven't suffered through the past two. Like,
But they're still there,
Like,
is
I
my
just-
point. Like, they're still there.
I actually just had a glitch where, unfortunately, I did have to fight another Deathclaw. I am in an area where there's quite a lot of them, and I killed this one on top of like a mountain, and his body just like faded through the rock, and he just slid on like the base. Like, not the rocks are kind of just like not really solid objects, so he like went through the rock and then hit the mountain and just slid through a bunch of rocks. Like, he faded into them.
Yeah, I just feel like that's not, I mean, that's not that bad, but at the same time, it's like that's happening, and it's happening a lot. Like, you don't hear when Halo Reach released, or when if Battlefront releases, I don't think you're gonna hear as much of like, well, I walked through a doorway, my game crashed, or I went into an elevator and my game crashed, I lost my save. It's just, you know, you say it's not happening to you, but does that make it okay? Like, as long as it's not happening to you, you shouldn't also be like seeing what's going on and with the rest of the community and the player base, and be like, well, it's not happening to me, I don't fucking care, I'm not going to complain about it either. Like, I'm not going to push for the quality to be upped next time around, or in current or in new updates or anything like that. Not be vocal about the problems that are happening. I mean, it's an RPG. They can't pull server data. They can't pull, all they can do is go on YouTube and go on internet forums and be like, oh, this is happening, people said something about it, now we know what to do, you know, with error reports and things like that. They can't just go into theater mode and go God mode and just see all these problems. People have to be vocal about them, and they have to be complained, and maybe they have to get a little angry for progress to be made. And I think being, you know, having backlash in a negative fashion is conducive to upping quality and putting pressure on the developers to make sure that they're charging $60 for this next gen title that's going to be finished and it's going to be polished, and we can know that when we purchase it day one, and we shouldn't be expecting this bullshit and thinking that it's okay. And I don't know, it upsets me that like that's the attitude that
Don't
everybody's
release
taken.
unfinished games then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but like, the thing is, I don't care if there's a little glitches, as long as the story and the gameplay and the graphics are all right. Like, I paid $60 for Fallout 4, and with how much I've been playing it, I feel
You're
like
very
I should have been
disappointed,
charged around. No, I feel like I should have been charged around like $80 for this. Like, I am having a blast playing this game. I have not had this much fun in a game for a very long time.
You
I'm
said the same
thoroughly
thing about
enjoying myself.
Warframe though. Like you're like my aunt.
Oh,
Every time my aunt does
oh,
something, my aunt is
I
like,
do
"This is my
roasted
favorite. This is the best
you.
food I've ever
Yeah.
eaten. This is the best couch
But
I've ever
here's the
sat
thing,
on."
though. Warframe is probably more polished than a lot of next-gen games coming out right now, actually, because
Yeah.
Warframe doesn't have that many glitches.
I
Warframe is
agree.
really polished, actually.
I had one game-breaking glitch where I couldn't finish a
One.
mission.
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear
No,
it.
no, I told you guys. No, it was just a Grenier that I had to kill. Phased, like spawned into a cylinder, and I couldn't kill him. So I mean, that was kind
Should've
of
played
I
through
had
kind of
that
shitty.
one.
But
But I used my ultimate on Volt to get him.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you should have to be playing one specific character in the pool of like 30 characters to be able to do that. But
Aww.
I think.
He doesn't
Drax
even
is
play more
mean.
anything than Excalibur, dog.
Woo! I got Excalibur Max, man. What do you have, Max?
Oh, I have Volt Max.
No, you don't.
Oh, guys,
Fuck it.
it's okay. You can stop arguing.
Good job, man. Go
I got
carry his
Mad
Volt.
Max.
Go carry his Volt, man.
I do.
Dude.
Volt's a better. No. Volt's not a better carry than Excalibur. Excalibur carries games at like my level.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Troy's-
Oh my god, you had to go first,
I just
folks.
called you Troy.
Ethan broke his bottom two ribs to fucking bend down and suck his own cock.
He's not sucking his own cock. He was defending my point. All right. Anyway.
No, Chandler, it's okay because I put some really nice seasoning on my cock for the podcast.
So as a final
Warframe's a bad game.
as a
too.
final topic on the
Yeah,
subject of
Warframe's a bad game, and Fallout 4 is a bad game. Borderlands 2 is a bad game. I like
RuneScape's a good
Life is
game.
Strange. I like the Telltale games. I like
Telltale
Nancy Drew.
games?
I like those kind of games.
Yeah, I like Nancy.
Tony, it's
Drew.
okay that you're really mad.
on the final topic for the podcast, I did want to touch on these. I don't know what it is. There's some like disease or virus going around for these game developers where everybody, and maybe this is just what we should expect in the future at becoming trademark of this industry, but for some reason everybody is just hopping on board, or I guess I should say hopping inside of these cases, man. These case microtransactions. These Black Ops 3 has supply drops. Halo 5 has requisition packs. You know, they're taking cues off of, I feel, CSGO, seeing how many people loved just sitting there on YouTube and Twitch watching these people spend thousands of dollars to get knives that no one even sees, and just to see them piss away money because they have a disposable income and they have nothing else to do with their time, or just to get views. And I feel like it's weird that every game is doing it, especially Halo. That was the last game I would have expected that, but good job 343, not really surprising me in the end game. But I feel like I don't know what it is. Like, do you guys enjoy cases? I mean, Mass Effect 3 had cases too. Do you guys enjoy cases? Do you think that this is a better way, this kind of dice roll, fuck you, microtransaction format is exciting or better?
I like it, but I like it, but I don't like it being microtransactions.
If it's a free-to-play
Yeah.
game and it was microtransactions, I don't blame. Like, that's how they're making their money. But if you just bought Halo 5 and you paid $60 for it, and right away they're fucking like handing you chests or cases or whatever you said it was in Halo 5, I honestly haven't looked that much into the game that much.
Requisition pack.
Just very, very repetitive. But if right off the bat they're hitting you with shit like microtransactions right after you spent $60 on the game, that's kind of fucked up.
I mean,
Yeah, I actually really like microtransactions. Like, if they give you an advantage in the game, it's a bad thing for the game.
I do like luck of the
Accurate.
roll kind of thing. Like, I actually do like Mass Effect 3's system of cases. They made the cases too expensive for microtransactions anyway, so no one would buy them. for
oh, you would be
microtransactions.
shocked, dude. You would be shocked how many people. I'm sure there's numbers out there on the internet you could look up. You would just be dumbfounded, I'm sure, at how many people actually paid money on these things. Like, you can never anticipate these children with mommy's credit cards, or these dudes that come home from
I have a
these
good story about that.
these grown adults that come home from work and they try to escape their real lives with their bitching wives and their kids, and they just pump money into a video game to have all the stuff right away because they don't have a lot of time on their hands to unlock it normally, and they just buy it all because they have a disposable income, and they just piss money away from what they work for. And you'd just be shocked at the numbers, dude. On any game like that has microtransactions, I promise you there are people spending hundreds of dollars on them. Like, there's always people that play the game avidly that do that. And it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy to me.
Unfortunately, I've already spent way too much money on Smite, like on myself and on other people.
Exactly. I mean, you guys have all bought League of Legends skins, and it's like,
Yeah, I have like
Oh,
over
don't
I have
bring
like
up how much I
$500.
spent.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't bring up. But here's why I come into
I
that.
bought Fable 3
like,
die packs,
cosmetics?
so don't worry.
Like cosmetics, I don't hate cosmetics. Cosmetics don't give you an advantage in the game, but buying champions, that's really dumb. You know, like if I buy a champion that's better than yours, I'm better at the game. You know, I
Yeah,
have
there's
an
no
advantage.
champion.
Okay,
champion
well
is
that's
but
the
you can
wrong
unlock
mentality you should
champions
have
for
about it.
free.
Every champion's good in its own right.
Mm.
Champion
If you think League of
offers-
Legends
you're
is
right.
balanced, you're wrong. But
Rose, is that what I said?
Well,
yeah,
alright,
that's
nice.
actually exactly what you said.
Aw,
I think every champion's good in its
Rose,
own
you
right.
might Rose, you might have a double ear infection too on top of that bronchitis.
I
You might wanna
actually
figure that
do. That's not even a joke. I have a double ear infection also.
that's really bad.
out. Don't do the podcast.
I mean, that explains a
Dan.
lot.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But in terms of like in Advanced Warfare, they had supply drops as well. But the problem with Advanced Warfare is that there were these different variations of
The game
guns.
sucked to begin with.
No, there are these different variations of guns.
Oh.
So, for example, the ASM-1 is a very good sub on its own. It was one of the primary subs people used. It was in the meta for compet and stuff, and very powerful. And so however, there was this variation of the ASM-1 called the Speakeasy. And the Speakeasy was as good as the ASM-1 and then some. So it was already this powerful thing turned even more powerful, but it was on these dice roll supply drops. So people that played the game way longer could, in theory, and this happened to Hunter, he played the game, he's like, I don't know what prestige he is, but he had never got this one specific gun that's very good in the meta, and it has nothing to do with him not playing enough, him not being good enough, not performing well enough, or anything like that. It's just this random dice roll supply crate thing that just decides whether or not you get these good items that have an effect in gameplay and encounters. Like, these guns are stronger, these guns have different attributes, and you can't obtain them unless you just get the luck of the draw RNG to obtain them. And there's kids who just hop on the game and they'll get a Speakeasy right away, or they'll get this other gun right away, and it doesn't matter how much they played or how good they are or anything like that, or even how much money they spend, really. Like, they could just keep pumping money into it and it's not even insured. So it's like, that's a problem, in my opinion. That was really not okay. I didn't like that. But in Black Ops 3, they've gone back to, hey, it's cosmetics, you get call signs and titles and emotes and camos and bullshit like that. There's no fucking guns that you unlock and attachments for guns. Like, that's awful. So at least Black Ops has reined it in. They saw what Infinity War was doing, and they've reined it in a bit. And I think that, in my opinion, the whole case thing is being done to a moderate degree, because with Halo 5 and Black Ops 3, you can, like a lot of other games, either microtransact, buy your way with real money into obtaining the items, or you can play the game and obtain the items organically through your gameplay. The only problem is that usually takes way longer, and buying it is faster with real money. Angry Joe, I know, he actually did the math, and it was rough. It's just rough estimates. Ethan, you're breathing in your mic, dude. It's just rough estimates. And he calculated out it would take, I don't know, it was something like 400 hours to get every piece of, if you wanted to get every, and this is performing okay, you'd have to play like 400 hours of the game to get every piece of armor in Halo 5. And that's just, like, in my opinion, it's just awful, because that's how the armor
Didn't
is.
even take me that long.
No, they didn't. You progress, but you get to pick what you buy and what you spend your currency on.
Oh, yeah.
And
You don't get the...
no, in Halo 5 you don't get to pick
roll.
your armor. It's all requisition packs, I think. So you have to you have to get these gold packs, and they're a high cost for
You
the
get
in-game
armor in
currency.
Halo Reach, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like, you have a choice. You can say this helmet's gay.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So it makes it weird to me, and it also takes away. I mean, you guys remember Recon in Halo 3, and the Hayabusa helmet for all the skulls, and even the CQB and military police in Halo Reach there were things you had to do in the game to unlock those. You couldn't just buy them right away in the game if you had enough currency in game. You had to achieve something to get that, whether it was some really hard achievement or just some in-game goal. There was something you had to do to get those. So you knew when you saw a guy with it that they did this thing. And you're like, oh, wow, that guy's cool because he did these things. And that's cool. It's like this thing you get to wear that is showing what you did. And in Halo 5, that's all gone because now it's through these random dice roll requisition packs, and there's no more, hey, you have this armor, you're a badass. It's just, hey, you have this armor that looks really cool, but you fucking spent 10k in-game currency to get a random drop and you just got lucky. Like, that's now what it's reduced to, and I feel like it makes it way less interesting of a mechanic for the cosmetics and way less exciting and badass to see people with these cool armors, because now it's just cheapened, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Microtransactions that give you a gameplay advantage are bad. I don't really need to talk about that. Like now, if you want to add a bunch of cosmetic microtransactions, good. That's really cool. The way Halo Reach did the armor thing, perfect.
Yeah.
I actually like that more than 3.
Yeah, I do too. I think they had a really good thing going with that. And I believe Halo 4 did the same thing, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, Halo 4 didn't do the same thing. It was a lot.
Dude, Halo 3's armory was all about rewards and how you got it.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, Halo 3
Whereas
was
Halo
all about
Reach
rewards.
Or Halo Reach was all about, like, did you save up the money to buy it?
It was pretty much like rationing an economy that didn't really have any effect on anything except cosmetics that you only got from in-game time played, really, in all honestly. Like, how many games you played equals how many credits you get, pretty much, and doing challenges, I guess. So it was a little different, but it was interesting. It was new to the series, so it was cool. I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with it. And in Halo 4, they brought back, it was really challenge heavy, which is one of the things that I didn't necessarily hate about the game. And it was really, like, to obtain a lot of the armors, it was really challenge heavy. You had to achieve things to get them. And so you knew, I think even more in Halo 4, because there was so much more variation, even more so than Halo 3. Like, when you saw someone with a certain item, you knew, oh, they did this thing. And that's really cool because this was hard. You know, mastering entire accommodations and stuff like that. Like, those aren't easy things to do. That takes a lot of time and skill in a lot of cases. To perform well enough to get those things. And so that's one thing that Halo 4 did right, and I wouldn't have minded to see that in Halo 5, but unfortunately they decided to go a different direction, and I can't co-sign on it. I don't really like that. But in terms of gameplay modifying, I mean, Team Fortress 2 does that. So why is it not dumb in Team Fortress? I think it's dumb. Maybe I'm the minority, maybe I'm weird. I hate the Team Fortress 2 shit, like, because you can just buy the item and it's random and you can buy them with money and it affects gameplay. They have they're guns with different attributes that you can have in secondaries and primaries and melees. Unlike CSGO, yeah, the stats don't change, it's just cosmetics. But
it does change the stats because it's a known fact if you have the skins, you have the wins.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Tyler
about that.
brings up a really good point. Skins do equal wins. I was considerably better at Nunu when I bought Nunu bot, so it's a fact. I was winning ranked matches with Nunu bot.
Yeah, so if there's anything we can take away from this podcast, guys, it's that the skins get you the wins. So is there any final thoughts that you guys want to bring together? Maybe not just about this topic, but in general, is there anything you guys kind of want to say, maybe?
Well, I think the Headhunter packs in Borderlands 2 pissed me off because I bought the Game of the Year edition, and I don't get the Headhunter packs.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Actually,
this just in, I have a speech impediment, everybody. Since you just noticed.
Got a game.
You can just notice.
He got the Game of the Year
addiction. It
addiction.
has so much to do with my speech impediment.
Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, but don't worry, because those head skins aren't even that great.
Yeah, but I should get
the
them.
Necromancer one.
I paid for the fucking Game of the Year edition. I should get the stupid fucking
cosmetics.
What? On Borderlands 2?
On Borderlands 2. It's just stupid. Like,
you did get the honestly, you guys got the special edition, which is even better than all the skins combined, because The soldier gets snowblind, which is fucking an amazing head skin, and the color packs are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
Zero's head skin that makes him look like the alien.
yes.
Really cool. I'm rocking
Yep.
that right now on
No,
his
that's
character.
That's from playing Borderlands 1.
Oh, never mind then. I'm a bitch. What are the other ones then?
I need
There's
to buy
two.
Borderlands 1 too, actually.
There's two that you get from the special edition that are actually Zeros are really cool. Now that I think about it, they are really
Yeah.
cool.
And honestly, none of the microtransactions ones for Zero are that cool.
Yeah.
There's like one with a spiky head.
Yeah, I
which
saw
is
that.
kinda
I'm
cool.
actually rocking Axton's Snowblind headpiece right now.
Yes,
On
it's
Axton.
fucking awesome.
I'm liking the DLC Vault Hunters. I'm liking the Necromancer a fuck ton.
Yeah.
I want to play Psycho.
Psycho's an interesting character.
I don't really want to play Necromancer because I get it. I get the character. I've seen it enough. Like I'm not really interested in playing it because it seems
Psycho
too
is
easy
really
almost.
weird, but he's
Yeah.
lots of fun. He's a lot of like his whole fucking ability moves around meleeing, so you have to be like up in the action if you actually want to do any damage.
His ability relies on melee, but he's more of a fire elemental character than anything. Like late game, fire elemental is gonna be what's doing the damage. Cause melee falls off a lot late game.
Even late game, like if you have to build fire on him. I forget what it's called, but those videos of a Psycho build, and you just run around if your shield's down, and you get the shield that makes it just explodes every time your shield is down. So you just tank everything, and you're just constantly exploding with fire, and you're doing slag damage to everything,
That's because part of his kit is that he regains all of his health when he kills an enemy, so you don't even need a shield practically.
You don't need a shield. I don't recommend having a shield.
I don't either. No, you want a shield. You want the fucking
I'd like to
fire
be part of
burst
the
one.
Really can't. Like I'm just dying.
Well, we got to
right
wrap
now, and I don't
anyway,
know why.
so it's okay. We got to wrap anyway. We're actually running really long, so I'm gonna cut probably a lot of this down.
Yeah.
I'm running really long.
But
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
we're all
So-
running. I mean, my life has been
I know
running
that
really long,
Tony runs
honestly.
really
Podcasts
long.
are just I've been running really long in school.
I've been running really long,
Yeah,
just
tonight's
living.
tonight, actually.
Just really need to make sure that you guys understand how unhappy I am. All right. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the podcast tonight.
Yeah,
We
funny.
Can I just
enjoyed
laugh at
doing it.
himself?
This is the last episode because we'll all be dead by then because our STDs would have killed us because it's the 1800s. So yeah,
Alright, let's not do this and
Let's not
actually
do
get
that.
an intro off, please.
outro, man.
An intro off.
Oh, here we go. We're going back in time. No, I'm just kidding. Tyler's right. No, Tyler's right. We need to reel it back. So, guys, if you want to see more of the podcast, I know that we've been doing podcasts for this is the third week in a row, and this is not all this channel is. Don't worry, it is not the Trash Party Podcast channel. We are doing the podcast just because the podcasts are really easy to get out weekly, and it lets you guys know that we're still alive and kicking, and we can keep you updated on what our processes. It's been a little slow to get started making our other content, but we have a lot of cool ideas flowing. We got a lot of stuff in the works right now being edited and recorded, so we're going to be coming out with some next fucking level shit really soon. So just stick around for that. But it's going to be really cool, and we hope you guys enjoy everything that's going to be coming soon, because we are having a blast making it, and it's just been, honestly, if all the technical difficulties aside, it's just been really fun, and I've enjoyed this a lot so far, and I don't want it to stop. So I hope you guys stick around to see what we have in store. And
by blast, he means end it, and by stop, he means, and by not stopping, he means please end it.
yeah, we're killing it. The channel's actually getting shut down because of copyright strikes that we're all going to put in this video because I'm putting Taylor Swift in this video.
Yeah, we actually tried to post a Nintendo video.
Yeah, we posted a Nintendo
Oh,
video,
nice.
and now our channel's getting taken down.
Also,
Rosie
you
and me and
guys,
Mike.
can you please check out my 4chan page?
No.
I made it
No,
a
no,
little
no,
bit.
no, 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 no.
Trash. It's 4chan Trash Party. Guys, check me out.
Don't do that. Well, we actually do have real links that are going to be in the description. Go check out. Go check out. We have go follow our Twitter. That'll keep you posted. We're going to be posting probably on Twitter. We're going to be posting like news stuff in the industry and just funny like thoughts. And then Facebook, we're going to probably be posting like funny pictures and stuff like that. And if you want to keep up to date with us, go follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitch for when we live stream, which will hopefully be often soon. And also we have a Reddit page. I don't really know what's going to go on there. It's probably going to be crazy. We might do Q&As on Reddit. I think that would be cool. I don't know.
Reddit's cancer, so
yeah, that's why I want to be on there, because that's pretty much like
I'm gonna make the Pornhub account tonight, actually.
Oh, also we have a Steam group. So when we go to record and stuff in the future, if you guys want to be in videos, join our Steam group, because we're probably just gonna end up inviting people on the Steam group when we need people to record with. So do that. You know, if you want to play games with us sometimes.
Maybe you can be in a podcast if you're cool.
Maybe if we think you're cool, you can chill with us, because I think you guys are all cool.
Maybe if you give us sexy time, you'll be in a video.
Yeah, sex for videos.
If you cyber with us, I'll pay you.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. Get money right now from Tony. All right, anyway. So yeah, guys, check us out on all those platforms. Links are going to be in the description. But that's all for tonight. We're running really long, and I gotta. That's all. That's all for tonight. We gotta get out of here. Rose is going to be talking and coughing, so we gotta get out of here. You guys need to get distance right now. It's going to be crazy. We'll catch you guys later. Keep an eye out for all the shit we got coming out this week, and follow us in our various links in the description. And that's it. That's all my heart can take. So that's all. Stream's over.